Hi guys. Hi guys. How are you? I have been off. We had people here vacationing. Um, so my niece was here for a couple days, and I just took a couple days off because she was here and wanted to be able to visit with her. Today I'm going to do something short and sweet. I'm going to make some chocolate covered strawberries. And these have already been washed and dried. I've had them sitting on the counter for probably about, after I wash and dry them, probably about 30 to 40 minutes. So they're a really good strawberry. And so that's what we're going to do today. In this here, I'm going to do maybe 6 while I'm on live. And these ones here, I have melting chocolates in the bottom, which is a milk chocolate, and then I have semi-chocolate on top. So we're going to melt both of those in the same thing. And then I have the vanilla ones in this one. Hi Facebook people, hi TikTok land. So we are going to get started. I'm going to start this in the microwave. I have a piece of parchment here, and I'm going to get a tray to put this on. That way I'll be able to lift it whenever I'm done. So we'll just put the parchment on top of the cutting board. That will work. So we have, hi Terry, hi Virginia, hi everybody. So we're going to start with some parchment paper, and I just put it on my cutting board. I'm going to do half the milk chocolate and half the semi-chocolate. So I had about a half a cup each. Let me see. Yeah, because there's a cup in here, so there's about a half a cup of each. Hello Donna, hello Audrey. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to melt the chocolate one first, and then I'll melt some white chocolate. Now I do have some coconut oil here if I need it, but I don't think I'm going to need it. We'll see. We'll see. So I'm going to do 30 seconds on the two mixed chocolate ones. I'm going to do 30 seconds on those. Like I said, I washed and had these sitting out for a while. They're room temperature. Well, they're a little chilly from being washed, but they'll be fine. And then I mixed up some fondant. So I have some red fondant I did, and I have some pink fondant that I mixed up. So I have this ready. I'm going to make like little hearts onto the chocolate strawberry. So that was 30 seconds. So let's see what we got here. So we're going to have to put it back in for another 30 seconds because there's no way it's done. I'm going to lay that. Let me see. I don't want to lay that on my counter. I'll lay it right here. So, and it goes for another 30 seconds. Now, once I pull that out and I look at it, I might add a tad coconut oil to it. I might. We'll see what it looks like. Hello, everybody. Then I'm going to use these cutters for my fondant. You just push it down in, and then you press it, and it releases the fondant, and you'll have a baby heart. This one's a flower, and this is another kind of flower. I don't know which one I'm going to use yet, but I just pulled them out. Okay, so that's another 30 seconds. So let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, that's starting to look good. I usually do this in a slender cup, but you can't see it because it's solid blue. So the reason why it might be taking longer to melt is because this glass has to get warmed up. So I'm going to put this back in for another 15 seconds and see what we got. It's almost done, but there's still some clumps in there, so I want to... And I think I'm going to put just a tad of, just a little... I should probably measure. I think I'm going to put like a fourth of a teaspoon in there. That way I have it measured and you guys can see. So I'm putting a fourth in there. I have a bad habit of not measuring. And then people were saying, do you measure? Or if I'm doing it for me, to be honest, I don't. But okay. So I'm just going to keep stirring this until that coconut oil melts. Hi David, hi Linda, hi Bennett. I think there's another Linda. Okay, so there's so this is a half a cup of milk chocolate and half a cup of semi-chocolate. It gives you a good chocolatey flavor. I'm going to start with this one. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. So we'll start with that one. I probably should have shook the chocolate off a little bit more, but it's all right. It's all right. Everything's fine. Perfect. My husband said to me today, do you women really like chocolate covered strawberries? I'm like, of course we do. Of course we do. Oh, got a little dribble there. Sorry guys, I'm trying to keep it clean. Okay, so we have a little dribble, but not too much. It's all right. I'm gonna have a little giant kite baking huskies, and we're making chocolate covered strawberries. I'm gonna do 2 more of the chocolate ones, and then I'm gonna get another piece of parchment, and we're gonna melt some of the white chocolate. I'm gonna put these in the refrigerator for just a second or two, and then while they're in there, I'm going to roll out some fondant. Hello everybody. one more of the chocolate. All right. I dribbled again. It's okay. Just trying to keep my work surface clean, but that's all right. Okay. I'm going to put these ones in the fridge. I'll be right back, and then we're going to melt the white chocolate. Okay, so in here I got, it's probably a half a cup, because I'm running out of my bigger strawberries, so I'm only going to start with a half a cup. We're going to do a half a cup of the white chocolate. Oh, before we do that, so we want a little less than a fourth of a teaspoon, so we're going to need like an eighth of the coconut whip, because I put a fourth in the whole cup. Works for me. So we'll start off with 30 again, and then that one's got a little bit less than it, so we'll see how it bears out. Hello, Telly. Hello, Dawn. Hello, Charlie. So yeah, we had a storm here in Myrtle Beach. School is still canceled today. It is going to get up to 51 today, so a lot of the snow should melt, but we don't have snow plows and stuff here. So when I was taking my niece to the airport this morning, some of the roads are still a sheet of ice, and some of them they have blocked off so you can't drive down them. Okay, so we're going to look at this, and it needs to go for another 30, so we'll just put it back in for another 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Oh my, we're doing that. Let's get out. Let me get out some parchment. So we'll do the same thing. I'll just fold it, put it here on another hot pad. I'm turning my, okay. Let's see what we got here. Got some little clumps in there. But like I said, with me using these glass cups, you have to, the microwave has to get the glass cup. But if I use the cups that I use for melting chocolate, you won't be able to see it. So that's why I chose this. So sorry, guys. Okay, so now let's do the white ones. We'll do 6 and 6 and see what we got. I'm going to go and see my grandkids today because they're out of school again. So I'll just take them some strawberries. They'll like that. Some chocolate covered strawberries. Well, I think they will. I don't know. Maybe they won't. But I think they will. Alright, let's see. Let's try another one. I had a lot of family members reaching out asking if we were going to be okay down here for the storm. My niece is from Philadelphia area, and she kept saying, "Auntie, why is everything's just closed down, banks, everything?" And I was like, well, we're not like the Northerners. We don't have the infrastructure to take care of the storm. So, and if they don't get these roads cleared up, they probably won't have school tomorrow. I mean, I shouldn't say they don't have school. They do have school. They have e-learning. Since COVID, they may not have school, but they have school online, which, me as a grandma, I don't think that's fair. I think if they have snow days in the calendar, they should give them the day off. That's what I think. That's how I feel about it. Okay, so I'm going to put these ones in the fridge and pull out the chocolate ones. Be right back. Oh, these set up nice. They're already set up real nice. So, I'm going to just push these ahead a little bit. And then I got my little cutter here. Let's set this stuff over here, out of the way. And we're going to push these straight up a little bit. All right. So I mixed these up before I got on live. Hello, Sandy. Hello, everybody. Okay. Generally, if I roll this out on my counter, I would powdered sugar my counter, but I have this on some saran wrap. I don't think I'm going to need to do powdered sugar, so we're going to do the red one first. And you can see it's real pliable. It's real pliable. So. Don't look at my roller. This one here has dye all over it from fondant. So a little fun fact about me. My name is Jenny. My grandkids call me Nay. My husband and I had a pizza and bakery shop, but we are retired now, and he pretty much did the pizzas and I did all the bakery stuff. So at our bakery we did a lot of wedding cakes and cookies and pies and stuff. So I'm going to use this little heart cutter. I'm going to see if I'm going to need my fondant, and we'll see. Or not fondant, but and I think I'm going to roll that out thinner because that's a little too thick. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's a little thick, so I'm going to roll that out a little thinner. And I probably will go get my powdered sugar because I don't want it to stick. And let's see here. Yeah, that's better. I don't know if you guys can see that. So I am just going to take this little heart and I'm going to place it right here. And actually, I think I'm going to roll this thinner again because it's kind of thick. I'm going to go a little bit thinner because I don't want it real thick on the. And then I'm going to need a little bit of chocolate, so I got to do that too to attach it. I'm going to put a little bit of chocolate into a bag, just a little bit. This is just so I can have a dot to attach the fondant onto the strawberry. You don't have to use a paper cone like I did. You can use a bag if you want. This. You don't need a very big hole. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, I'm just going to put a dot here. And then attach it right to the dot. Just like that. I don't know if you guys can see it. So I just put a dot straight on the chocolate strawberry, and then I took the plunger and put it right on the, I'll do the other one on camera so you can see. Actually, we're going to roll out some pink too beside it. So I can do a pink heart, but we'll do another red heart on another one so you guys can see. Can you guys see on Facebook land too? Okay. So we're going to do it again. Oh. Get it up in there. So when you push down, it kind of sucks it up in. Can everybody see? I'll do this one. Just a little dot. And then I'm going to set this right here. Push the plunger and out the heart it comes. So that's what we're going to do. So we'll go ahead and do all of these. Let me cut them. Push down, suck it up. Oh, it didn't suck it up. There we go. Another dot. And release. There you go. It is a little time consuming, but that's okay. You're supposed to have fun with stuff. That's what I always say. It might be time consuming, but you're supposed to have fun with it. Okay, so it's sucked up in there. Let me come over here and do this one. You just need the littlest dot. And then you're just gonna adhere it, and that's it. Okay. Sucked up. Oh, I almost let go of it too fast. It's sucked up in there. Can everybody see? Little dot. Make sure your cutters turn the right way before you release it onto your strawberry. There you go. That's the only thing. When you're using these, you have to make sure your cutter's the right way. And I'm doing this upside down, so I'm trying to make sure that I have it the right way for you guys. It's sucked in. Can everybody see? And then another dot of chocolate. Make sure your heart's turned the right way. And release. Okay, so now let's roll out some, hello everybody. Let's roll out some pink fondant. I'm just gonna roll this, scoop this over a little bit and move this over. I'm gonna take about half of this off. Same with this, I don't need all this, so we'll just do this. If you're not using your fondant, try to keep it covered because you don't want it to get hard. Okay. Now, oh, I like the colors in this one. You see the different pinks? That means I didn't keep the pressure on it, so I have a couple different colors. Unlike the red one's solid red. But that's okay, it'll look nice. It looks marbled that way, which is fine. Okay, so let's get this back over here. Let's get rid of these little hearts that I ruined. Let's do this side. Suck it in. It's sucked in. I'm going to come around so I can look at these a minute. So we're going to do a pink one right here. Make sure your hearts turn the right way. And it's a little crooked, so I'm going to straighten it up a little bit. And then we'll probably do another red one right here, maybe. And then the pink one, the white ones we'll do 2 pink and a white. Oh, come on. There we go. How are they looking, guys? Can you see them? Back it up a little bit. Try to back it up some. Can you guys see it on Facebook land? Okay. I'm gonna take a drink. Okay. Nope, I didn't push it. There we go. It's up in there. sure that it's pushed the right way. So you can see this one here is kind of crooked, but that's okay. It's all right. It's okay. They're for my grandkids. And my daughter. My daughter will like them, I think. There's that one. Two more, and I think I might just do a little white drizzle here. I think that's what I might do. Oh. Come on. Suck it up in there. There we go. We got it. And make sure this one's right. Oh. Okay, so I don't like that one. It's coming off. That one's coming off. I might have to get my powdered sugar for the pink one. Let's see if this will stick. Yeah, I'll just put it on there. There we go. It's on. It's on. Sorry, I keep stepping away, but it's kind of hard to do upside down. Hey Tracy, how are you, love? Actually, I think I'm going to put this right on my finger, and then I'm going to just turn it on. Okay. And I think I'm going to make a white bag, I do believe. And I'm just going to put some white in here. Now, I'm going to turn this around facing me so I can do this. And then I'll turn it back around for y'all. Okay. There they go. They're not perfect, but my grandkids will love them. If you do something, you just do it to make you happy. And that makes me happy. So, I think, I don't know, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try. So we have an Aubriella. And we have a Paisley. And we have a Liam. And My other one, Aiden, he's in college, so he won't get them. So I put a little A, a little P, and a little L. I'm going to step over here. Can you guys see? A little A, a little P, and a little L. So those are for the grandkids. And now we're going to do the vanilla ones. So let me grab those out. I'm going to set these aside. Here's our vanilla ones. Now, I think maybe I should do the chocolate drizzle before I do. That's maybe what I should have did before I put the hearts on. So I'm just going to warm this up for 3 seconds. And then I'm going to drizzle. Oh yeah, we got a good drizzle. Okay. So I did the drizzle first. And then we will add some hearts. And I think I'm going to do, well, let's see what a flower looks like. Why not? Let's see what a flower looks like. Let's see what a pink flower looks like, y'all. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to get my, oh no, it came out, ooh. It came out beautiful. Okay, let me turn this around. I like the flower. What do you guys think? Flowers? I think the flowers look better than the hearts. I like the white ones better than I did the chocolate ones. Anybody give me a heart on the flower? Okay. So I think we're going to do pink flowers on these ones. Come on. It's just being a little, just a little. Let me turn it back around so you guys can see what I'm doing. Sorry about that. You see these flowers? I'm going to melt this just a minute, guys. Or maybe not. Maybe I just need to roll it down a little bit. Let me see here. Yep, I need to melt it. If it doesn't work, we'll make some more. It should work. Yep, there it goes. All right. Nope, that one didn't work so well. I think I'm going to have to get my powdered sugar, but we'll see. Got it. I like the flowers. I think they're festive. What do you guys think? And one more for goodness. Let's get this one over here. Just need a little bit of chocolate too. And here it is. Now, I think those are looking cute. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this away. I don't want this fondant to tomorrow I'm going to be on it. I'm going to do brownies. And I don't know if I'm going to dip them in chocolate or if I'm going to drizzle them in chocolate. But we're going to do something tomorrow with brownies. I am going to probably have my brownies made before I get on here because we want those to be done so we can start working with them. So when you're done using your fondant, make sure you roll it up and put it in a bag so it doesn't get hard. As long as you keep it sealed, it's good for a couple months. So I always try to seal it up, and then that way I can use it again. All right, let me get my glitter. Gotta have fancy glitter. Gotta have the glitter, guys. What do you think? Can you see the shine? The glitter shine? Can you guys see it in Facebook land? The glitter? So, I'm going to turn these around because I need to get towards the bottom. There's that. Let me bring these ones over. And there we have it. There's the ones with the hearts. I think I like the flowers better. I think they turned out good. The grandkids will enjoy them, I'm sure. So that's what I'm going to do today. Like I said, tomorrow I'm going to come back on and we are going to, I think I'm either going to do another cookie or a brownie tomorrow. And I'll figure out what I'm going to do on top. I don't know if I'm going to dip them in chocolate or drizzle them in chocolate. But I'll figure that out, and then we'll play with those whenever I get back on. I hope you guys all have a good day. Stay warm if you're in a cold place. And if you're not in a cold place, enjoy the heat. Because we sure would like to have some around here. So, okay guys, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.